Word from the Lord. Today's word from the Lord comes from Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 and 14. It reads like this and says, "Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended. But this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling in God, in Christ Jesus." Just for a moment, I want to talk about God's recipe for a prize. Paul writes this, and I think Paul puts himself in this. And Paul says that one of the things that he has to do most of all, number one, is I forget. The second thing that he deals with and talk about is I reach. And the third thing that he talks about is I press. When we start thinking about the word forgetting, those things which are behind, or those things that bother us, those things that hinder us from getting to the prize. So what happens is there must be a forgetfulness, or allow that thing to become powerless in your life, because if you're going to get the prize, anything that's negative needs to be placed on the back burner. How do you do that? I forget about them. I allow them to become powerless in my life. Things that hinder me from getting my spiritual prize, from getting even the earthly prizes and blessings that God has set out before us. We have to be able to put the negative things behind us and allow them to become powerless. The second thing Paul says, I reach. I reach forth, or I reach forward. Reaching forward simply means that I extend myself, that I reach for my blessings. All blessings doesn't come and just lie in our hands, but sometimes we have to extend ourselves. We have to reach out. Some blessings are just beyond our fingertips. If we're not ready to extend, ready to reach, we miss blessings. And so many of us miss blessings because we're not willing to extend ourselves. We're not ready to reach out for that blessing that's just beyond our fingertips. So Paul says, I reach forth, I go forward now, because that's my future forward. And then he says, I press. Press toward the mark. There must be a goal. Set yourself a goal. I press toward the mark. I've set a goal, and I'm going toward my goal. There are 3 C's that when I think about Paul saying that I press toward this mark: to be constant, consistent, and be committed. If you have those 3 C's, I think that you can get your prize. Be consistent, not every now and then, but do it on a consistent basis. Pray on a consistent basis. Be constant. Keep constant pressure toward your goal, going toward that goal, and then be committed. Don't let anything throw you off your goal. Don't let anything throw you off your road. Make sure that I stay committed. Make sure that I keep reaching, and make sure that I forget those things that are hindering me. And I'll know that you'll be blessed. And that's God's recipe for the prize. God bless.
No more doubting, no more stressing, 'cause my blessing's on its way. I'm not worried, I'm not tripping. My God's able to make a way. I will trust Him, I'll believe Him. He has always held me down. I'll keep fasting, I'll keep praying. I won't stop